I used to keep telling Karan from time to time that Karan, you never loved me. I was the one who made you fall in love.
It's not like कि जो तुम्हारा relationship start में था before marriage वो relationship same अभी भी रहेगा, because you change as a personality and you need to understand that who you have become as a person and who your wife or your husband has become as a person.
I was the only one crazy about you. I was the only one in love, and you were just into your own world and your own things that you had to do. And it just made me feel even more disconnected from you. Welcome to another episode of Happily Whatever After. So दोस्तों, पिछले कुछ एपिसोड्स में आपने देखा कि कैसे हम लोग थोड़ी सी डिप्रेसिंग बातें करते करते, डिप्रेशन के बारे में बातें करते करते खुद ही लो हो गए थे, एंड हमारे एपिसोड्स में वो दिखने लगा था कि हम लो हो गए हैं. तो इट टुक अस सम टाइम. We did our self-care, we got back to our routines, we got back to our exercises which pulls us out of such low phases, one of which was trying something new, one of which was the last episode where we played a game.
Yes.
Which was Would You Rather.
Yeah.
So, did Would You Rather
Yes.
pull us out of the low phase? No. We were still low and we are still a little bit out of it, but we are trying our best to reconnect again with each other.
Yes.
And to build back our happiness in the relationship.
Absolutely.
And we are very, very sad to inform you that this keeps happening, guys. Like,
yes.
That is why the podcast is named Happily Whatever After. क्योंकि Happily Ever After नहीं होता ना.
Happily Whatever After होता है.
हाँ, मतलब आपको everything will come at you. Life will throw all kinds of lemons, banana peels, सड़े हुए टमाटर, सड़े हुए अंडे at you, and you will have to still perform. You will have to still be happy and together.
And that is what technically we are doing. जिस तरीके से शोकी ने elaborate किया.
Life is throwing सड़े गले
टमाटर and अंडे and चप्पल also sometimes. तो यही हमारी जर्नी है and we thought that to make it more lighter, who else do we go to with other than our audience. तो आप लोगों को हमारी सच्चाई पता चल जाए and we always love to keep this as raw
as real as possible.
So आप लोगों को समझ में आए कि जो हम बोलते हैं वो हम करते भी हैं, and that is technically the life that we have in Happily Whatever After. It is not something that we want to hide behind the curtains and show you guys a different picture and tell you that you know everything is okay यार, go ahead, life is okay, we are rocking top of the world.
हाँ, तो फिर तो मतलब फिर एक्चुअली हमारे पॉडकास्ट में और प्रोफेशनल पॉडकास्ट में कोई फर्क नहीं होगा ना.
Yes. हम लोगों को we
are here to bring you the realities of relationship.
Yeah, so that's the whole idea. So I hope you guys are enjoying our journey, and this is actually the one downturn which will go up for sure, and we are planning for this. And who else do we go apart from our audience? And with this, I would like to personally thank you for listening to us with our low episodes also and high episodes also, who have been in the journey. So yes, keep listening to us. We will come back, bounce back. थोड़े बहुत कभी हम निराश चाकू हो जाएंगे, but हम निराश चाकू को बाहर निकाल के एक अच्छा चाकूदार वाला ले आएंगे.
Guys, they don't know the inside joke, Karan. Like we say निराश चाकू. You'll have to now explain निराश चाकू.
हाँ, तो तुम explain कर सकते हो निराश चाकू.
It's a very stupid inside joke, guys. बचपन में we used to have me and my sister used to have this very funny keychain, okay, which was the copy of that, what do you call it, Karan? That चाकू that comes out ऐसे कुछ दबाने से ऐसे खचक से बाहर आता है.
जो भी है.
क्या? रामपुरी चाकू समथिंग. उसका ना छोटा सा मिनिएचर वर्जन होता था. And me and my sister used to be not recognizing the what do you say, the legendary idea behind that keychain, okay, that it's supposed to be a khatarnak chaku, and we used to make fun that, oh, look, the chaku is happy when it's straight, and then when it goes down, then it's like nirash chaku. So which was like it's a dangerous weapon, and we turned it into a joke. So similarly, that is what we do in life. Now Karan and I have this current inside joke always, that whenever we are a little low, we say that we are nirash chaku.
हम निराश चाकू हो चुके हैं जिंदगी के साथ. So yes guys, thank you again for being in the Niraj Chaku journey with us. We hope that you guys are listening to us and we are making you happy wherever you are, and you guys are coming
Yeah.
out of Niraj Chaku and being the more Chaku Rampuri Chaku.
So,
yes.
in keeping with the theme, we
Hmm.
thought that why not bring you what we do when we are in our low phases. Okay.
Yeah.
So this episode we wanted to talk about what to do when you feel
Hmm.
disconnected
Yeah.
in the relationship, and
Yeah.
not be panicked about it, not
Hmm.
be stressed about it, and actually talk about how to reconnect.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would start from the time that initially in our relationship, Karan,
Mhm.
if you remember, and I think I still do tease you with that. I used to keep telling Karan from time to time that, Karan, you never loved me.
Hmm.
I was the one who made you
Correct.
fall in love.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I used to keep saying that ki, so technically, and you know the deeper meaning of
Hmm.
what, when I used to say this to you, was
Correct.
the deeper meaning was that I was feeling as if
Hmm.
जब हमारा शुरुआती फन फेज खत्म हुआ था रिलेशनशिप का, तब मुझे ऐसा लगने लगा था कि मैं ही हूँ
Hmm.
जो सब कुछ कर रही हूँ रिलेशनशिप में. मैंने ही अपने दिमाग में ये रोमांटिसाइज करके रखा था कि ओ मैं करण से इतना प्यार करती हूँ, एक दिन करण मुझे देखेगा, करण को भी प्यार हो जाएगा, फिर वी लिव हैप्पीली एवर आफ्टर, राइट. एंड आई यूज्ड टू कॉन्स्टेंटली कीप थिंकिंग कि बट वो तो हो ही नहीं रहा है, वो हैप्पीली एवर आफ्टर तो चालू ही नहीं हो रहा है, वी जस्ट कॉन्स्टेंटली स्ट्रगलिंग,
Correct.
nothing is happening. So
Hmm.
there came a time in our relationship, our marriage,
Hmm.
in fact, that I started to believe that it was all one sided,
Correct.
that I was the only one
Hmm.
crazy about you,
Hmm.
I was the only one in love, and
Correct.
you were just into your own
Hmm.
world
Hmm.
and your own things that you had to do.
Hmm. Hmm.
And it just made me feel even more disconnected from you.
Correct.
So while I was trying to tell you to love me more
Hmm.
by saying this, but the more I was thinking about it, the more I was feeling
Hmm.
that ये क्या मतलब है, कोई मतलब ही नहीं है, तो
Correct. Correct. Hmm.
मैंने ही अपनी लाइफ की लगा दी है
Hmm.
कि I should have waited for you to love me.
Correct. Correct.
In fact, I just went ahead and loved you so much
Hmm.
that probably in pressure you said yes to me.
Hmm.
And then now we are in a fix.
Correct.
Like we are in a place in the relationship where I don't feel loved
Hmm.
enough.
Correct.
So, what was your? Would you like to explain what your feeling used to be, or what your reaction used to be when I used to say this?
So I think I would like to explain it in a very different way. Like you explained that you used to tell me that why is Karan not loving me? It is all about my love for you is very different and your love for me is very different. You wanted me to showcase that key and express my love to you, and I am frankly not an expressive person who will show you that expressive, or you can say like Bollywood movies, you wanted me to be the Shah Rukh Khan, or express my love to you as the film stars express their love to you,
I didn't
because
want to
I mean
turn you into Shah Rukh Khan, but like,
not Shah Rukh Khan. It's just I'm just giving you one of the pointers to understand that you had some notion of romanticization that happens inside a movie, or you had some notions that the relationship will love, because that's how you feel like in a movie when a hero is basically loving, or a heroine is loving or sharing the love, then the hero or heroine turns around and says that I also love you, and they kind of express their relationship into it. But my love for you was very different, and it's still very different. We both have very different love languages that we have come to notice right now. But back then also, when you were trying to explain me that what you used to feel at certain period of time, there was a certain feeling of nagging that yeah, why is it that I'm not able to tell her, because मेरे हिसाब से ऐसा था कि यार मैं तो सारी चीज़ें कर रहा हूँ, आई एम जस्ट बीइंग हैप्पी, आई वाज नॉट एक्सप्रेसिव, देयर वाज अ गैप इन टर्म्स ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन दैट वाज देयर. मैं I used to always be with you, whatever you used to tell me, I used to always agree with you and be standing at that point of time with you. तो मेरे लिए वो था कि यार मैं तो उसको कभी मना नहीं करता कोई चीज़ के लिए भी, जो भी वो चीज़ हाँ बोलती है तो मैं उसके लिए हाँ करता हूँ. So that was my love for you. But for you, my love was when will Karan express his love for me? When will he say those romantic words for me? When will he come and hold me in his arms and tell me that I love you? You know, that those were the expressive things. And at that point of time, it was somewhere down the line, you know, a issue. I would not call it a big issue, but yes, I was like, क्या चाहिए इसको? What is happening in the relationship? And that was like, you know, I was sort of sometimes in a fix in the relationship. I was like, कि how do I express that this is my love? मैंने इतना किया तो मैंने मेरे लिए यही बहुत कुछ है. And there was some part of me which was like कि इतना ही होता है relationship में, because I have not seen, you know, certain amount of love in the relationship. Obviously, as we have always discussed about, we see the first relationship of mother and father. तो मेरे लिए वो ऐसा प्यार भरा relationship और मूवी वाला वो कभी देखा ही नहीं था. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि यार जो मूवी में दिखता है वो मूवी में होता है, बाहर तो नहीं होता है, रियल में तो नहीं होता है. Obviously, it was a very different thing for me, and for me it was a very different picture back then.
But so today you're saying that now you do realize that I need a different kind of love language to feel loved.
Yes, we have worked on it, right? We obviously have worked on it. Your love language is more about, you know, having those reassurance and assurances, again and again talking about the same thing, you know, that why are we into the relationship and what are we doing into the relationship. Obviously, our relationship has developed from where it started to where it is right now, and it's still developing, because it's something, you know, it's not like कि जो तुम्हारा relationship start में था before marriage वो relationship same अभी भी रहेगा, because you change as a personality, and you need to understand that who you have become as a person and who your wife or your husband has become as a person. It cannot be the same kind of, you know, level of love or the same kind of maturity that, you know, you had before, and the kind of maturity that you have. I personally believe that love is also something as a human, right? If I look at it, if let me explain it to you in a very simple term. अगर मैं प्यार को एक इंसान बना दूं, अगर ठीक है, as simple as that, तो वो इंसान, love is also going to evolve as a person, right? तो उसके भी stages आते हैं, उस जिस तरीके से humans के stages आते हैं, being from a kid to a teenager to an old, you know, and a youngster, everything comes in. So that is also something which comes in love. It is not something that possibly can be stagnant all across. That is where the struggle is, you know. Most of the time, you know, couples don't express what they actually want in the relationship.
And we also expect that सामने वाला इंसान will
understand without
read
saying.
my mind. So this was my biggest issue back then, that I used to keep thinking in my mind that so just to clarify, I did not have exact, like I was not as delusional as to think that Bollywood में जैसा दिखता है वैसा होना चाहिए, but I did used to want more romance in the relationship, which we are still working on, because it doesn't come naturally to Karan, because Karan does not have that ingrained in him. He's not grown up that way. He's not grown up in a household with romance or a lot of love. He's seen very practical cut to cut relationships, right? Where it's a means to an end. The relationships are always with some kind of expectation and with some kind of intention. It's not love. It's not any kind of it's always been transactional, sacrificial love, right? That Karan has seen. That okay, तुमने अगर मेरे लिए ये किया तो मैंने भी तो तुम्हारे लिए ये किया, right? So automatically he developed his own love languages accordingly, and I had my own love language. So now that we have social media and everything is so easy to find and read and Google, right? So we should know our love languages. There is a very simple quiz that you can go online, and we'll leave a link for you in the description, where you can go online and take that quiz, and you will get to know your love languages. And there are 5 kinds of love languages. So one is acts of service, which is what Karan used to do most of the time for me, is to like maybe do some chore or bring me something that I need, or complete a task that I have not been able to do. Like for example, I'm very bad at finances and doing paperwork and, you know, filling out forms and setting up online accounts for any financial services or stuff like that. Even for like passport, visa, Aadhaar card, such kind of administrative work, money work, anything to do with maths, as you all know by now, was very very difficult for me, and Karan used to take over those things for me. But my, like, I didn't use, this is not my primary love language. This did not appear as, this was something which was very normal to me, because I have seen that happening very easily. Like, मैं भी कर देती हूँ लोगों के लिए. So it was not really a love language. But since nobody had done this for Karan, for him it was the biggest way of showing his love.
Correct.
That I love you so much that I am ready to take on this extra work for you. Okay, so this was one kind of love language, which is acts of service. The other was gifts.
Correct.
Now this was my love language. Any small thoughtful gifts, flowers, or without any occasion, मतलब कोई बड़ा कुछ होना नहीं चाहिए.
On a random day.
On a random day, Karan can get me flowers or a gift, or surprise me with like a date, or he would take me out for a drive and just be there for me with a gift. Okay, so that was my love language, because I used to feel loved that way.
Correct.
That's how I wanted to receive love. So that was my love language, and Karan had never again seen that at all in his life. So it didn't come naturally to him. So much so that the very first time when we were dating, I remember I had to drag Karan to an Archie's and
Correct.
tell him that come inside and buy me a soft toy. Even though I'm not a soft toy person, okay, but I really wanted something from Karan. And for the lack of a better example, I saw Archie's right there in front of me, and I was like, buy me something right now, because that is what I want right now.
Yeah.
So that was a good way for me to express what I needed in that moment. And Karan didn't have an issue with it.
Correct.
It just didn't naturally come to him that okay, let me buy her a gift like that. It still doesn't come to him just like that out of the blue. He always comes and asks me. There is no surprise gifts between me and Karan, because he is always that kind of person who will come and ask कि तेको क्या चाहिए तो मुझे बता दे. तू अगर चांद पे भी हाथ, मतलब again I'm being romantic, but अगर तू किसी भी चीज पे हाथ रख देगी ना, मैं वो ला दूंगा, but मेरे को बता दे. Like I am incapable of thinking of such things for you. And this is, I think Karan and I both have this love language.
Yeah.
The third one is physical touch.
Yeah, I think that was naturally to us, because we always were those, people who used to love each other. Yes, one that you explained, that one was act of service, another one was gifts, that was there. But apart from it, what is very important, and that was naturally between both of us when we met together.
Actually, no, I also didn't have this. You made me have. You made me comfortable with.
I think
physical
I made
touch.
you comfortable with physical touch, that is there, but yes, you had that quality, it was just hidden. Probably I would say
It
that
was probably my love language, but I didn't used to actively practice it.
Practice it. So
because
it was
being a girl, I was always told that not to be very open with my body.
So it was more of, it was as simple as that. While a lot of time we don't express our love by just hugging a person, or just kissing a person, or just holding on and assuring while you are having a beautiful conversation with them, that kind of conversation. And it is also about random act of touches that is there. It is not always about, when we talk about physical touch, it's not always about having sex or being in the bed or just being there. It is more of just holding on while you're walking. Just hold on to each other's hands and look into each other's eyes, and probably smile at each other whenever you are holding on to hands. So those act of touches were very very important for me. I think that was something which was naturally, वो मेरे अंदर मुझे लगता है कि वो बहुत बड़ा एक, शायद मेरे अंदर वो बोलते हैं ना कि बहुत सारी चीज़ों को अवॉइड था, तो मुझे चाहिए वो मेरे अंदर नेचुरली आया, वो मुझे पता नहीं क्यों, but that is something that is because I always love to have a more physical conversation than have a more of communicative conversation. It's just about like keeping a hand on a shoulder, you know, it's as simple as that. You know, when you keep a hand on someone's shoulders, it gives you the confidence, it gives you trust, it gives you those kind of things. So warmth was something which I personally felt that was a continuous thing that was getting evolved. And we as person, when we met, obviously there was some kind of shyness that was there with you.
Also, I was like, I can still not hug people randomly.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm a very don't come into my I'm a one hand distance person.
Correct.
That I, even my bestest of friends, I don't hug, I don't kiss.
Yeah.
I am a very I would say physically aloof person.
Yeah.
That you can't expect me to hold hands with random person and,
Absolutely.
you know, touch them. And but whereas Karan is he's a very teddy bearish kind of person. Like he will hug a random stranger also with so much love and so much warmth that you will feel that.
Yeah.
Looking at him, looking at the hug, you will feel that, oh, he's such a like he has such a huge heart and he can hug people like that. But I am not able to do that. So I was uncomfortable with physical touch, but he made me slowly he made me reach there. That now I would say only between Karan and me, the love language is of physical touch. The next one is quality time. So this got a little complicated for both me and Karan. Because quality time is basically when we give our undivided attention to someone and, you know, exclusively, without any distractions, without any agenda. We have that kind of time spent together with the person who we love. So while it was both of us that wanted that quality time, there were different things that we were expecting from that quality time. So I was expecting that from this quality time I want good conversations. But Karan is not great at communication and conversation and words. So he used to be more okay with spending quality time together while doing something.
Correct.
Like,
so it was more like, you know, she wanted, like as she discussed with you. For me, it was more of, you know, doing some administrative work for her and doing some, you know, general work for her and doing some work for
like
her and
DIY projects that we used to do.
Yeah.
Karan used to be more than happy.
Yeah.
And for me it was work.
Yeah.
Like for me that was not the definition of quality time spent together.
Correct.
So see how we both had this love language, but again the meaning of quality time for both of us was very different.
Very different. So it's more of understanding what do you mean by quality of time. You know, for me it is more like just sitting, just having some conversation and just generally talking about what and how your day flows around. But Shoki had an add-on thing to it where I am talking about what is happening into the relationship, what am I feeling about the relationship, what is she feeling about the relationship, how are we going to take this relationship, how do you feel about the relationship, where are we going about the relationship, what happened back then, can we remember those times and periods about what was good, what was right. Or you can obviously think about, you know, those reaffirmations and, you know, assurances of how again she wanted that love to come out of me while communicating. But me as a person, I was never communicative. I was more of, you know, a transactional based human. So for me, a quality of time was very different, and for her, quality of time was very different.
And which again created an issue because while we were together, one of us wanted to do something, and one of the other person used to do something else, to want something else out of that quality time. True. So that also became an issue for us. Then the fifth one is words of affirmations. Words of affirmations is saying thank you, I love you, giving each other compliments. Like Karan just now mentioned, talking about the good times together, communicating about good things that you like in the relationship and that you would like to hold on to or build on to in the relationship, and more of verbally expressing your love.
This I think is a more important factor which basically comes in when you are in a start of the relationship, or where you are not in the right phase of the relationship, where most of the time people don't see it. There is a certain amount of love language that you should have in your general relationship or day-to-day relationship. When you're talking about, it's just basically giving respect, while you are on a dining table and you have cooked food for me, and you have served food for me, and my duty comes at that just to say thank you, whether it is n number of days. It does not mean कि एक time thank you बोला तो मैं कल thank you नहीं बोलूँगा, परसों thank you नहीं बोलूँगा. It's as simple as that till the time we are alive and we are staying together, my responsibility is to say thank you to you when you are cooking food. It's as simple as that.
But when you put the word responsibility, it feels forced.
Yeah, but then that's what we discussed in the first stanza of our episode, right? Or the period of the episode, that love is going to get evolved. And these are the few things which will keep on, once you keep it constant, your love will also hold on to you. It is not something that आप एक टाइम करके भूल जाओ वो चीज़ के लिए. So मेरा कहने का ये मतलब है कि जब भी आप देखते हो कि लव चेंज हो रहा है, करेक्ट, आपको तभी भी एक अश्योरेंस की ज़रूरत लगेगी, अफर्मेशन की ज़रूरत लगेगी, तभी भी आप बोलोगे ना. और जब भी आप अच्छे फेज में नहीं हो अपने रिलेशन के, तब भी थैंक यू बोलोगे, तब भी वो वर्ड्स ऑफ अफर्मेशन की बातें करोगे उस चीज़ों के बारे में.
करना चाहिए,
या करना चाहिए,
ऑटोमेटिकली नहीं आता है.
Yeah.
That's what I mean to say when you said that it's your responsibility to say thank you.
Yeah.
When you put a word as big as responsibility onto something which is a daily small little thing,
correct,
it suddenly makes it a big deal.
Correct.
It makes it as a burden. That oh, ये तो मुझे करना ही है, बोलना ही है.
Correct.
I would like to in fact make it as a, like, I won't say a responsibility, make it as a habit. Which is something as small as हम लोग रात को सोने से पहले ब्रश करते हैं, राइट, या सुबह उठने के बाद ब्रश करते हैं. सो इट्स इनग्रेन्ड इनटू आवर डेली लाइफ, डेली रूटीन सो मच दैट हम ऐसा नहीं होगा कभी भी कि बिना ब्रश करे उनके बाहर चले गए. हमको कुछ वियर्ड फील होगा, क्या वो ब्रश नहीं किया है हमने, हमको ऐसा लगेगा हम जगह ही नहीं है, राइट, बिकॉज इट्स सच अ इंटीग्रल पार्ट ऑफ आवर रूटीन. सो I would suggest we call it a routine rather than making it a responsibility, because it's something so simple, but it goes such a long way to say thank you for the things that your partner does for you. Correct. Because it really completely changed our relationship when we started being more grateful to each other.
And also once you start doing, as you rightly mentioned, that it becomes a habit, and later on when it becomes a muscle memory. Like right now also, if you ask me today, it has engraved into my mind such healthily that I would call it healthily, especially because once I leave for office, I still hug you and I still kiss you and I still say love you to you. Because that is like, the only thing which is the constant thing which has been there since the time we have met, correct? I remember the time when we dated, it was like, though I used to never stay with you at your place, but whenever I used to meet you and go you, I used to always say love you. I used to always hug you. But today that has become a integral healthy part of our relationship. Because अगर हम वो नहीं करते हैं तो ऐसा लगता है कि यार नहीं, कुछ तो गलत हुआ relationship में. And possibly if I have not done that, my wife Shoki will not feel good about it. I have hurt her, so that is the strength of this kind of affirmation that we're talking about. Love.
Words of affirmation.
So
the point of telling you guys in brief about all the 5 love languages was that जब हम डिस्कनेक्टेड फील करते थे एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम इन द रिलेशनशिप, हम लोग अलग अलग लव लैंग्वेजेस में बात कर रहे होते थे. एंड हमें कॉन्सेप्ट ही नहीं पता था लव लैंग्वेज का. हमें ये पता ही नहीं था कि ऐसा हो सकता है कि मैं, लाइक, कंसिडर दिस एज सिंपल एज कि मैं बंगाली हूँ और करण सिंधी है. सो वी हैव डिस्कस्ड दिस बिफोर, राइट, दैट हाउ करण एंड हिज मॉम यूज्ड टू टॉक इन Sindhi. And I used to understand a bit of it, but I used to really feel left out. I used to feel like an outsider, that I don't know how to communicate in this language.
Correct.
And hence I am not a part of the conversation.
Absolutely.
So imagine in a relationship, if Karan and I are to talk to each other and Karan is saying everything to me in Sindhi.
Correct.
And Sindhi is not my language. So will I understand everything that he is saying to me? No. Right? Similarly, if I do the same with him in Bengali, he'll not be able to speak it back to me. He will not be able to communicate and reciprocate my. He will not. If I asked him a question in Bengali, he won't reply in Bengali.
Correct.
Right? So it's just miscommunication to another level when you don't know your partner's love language.
Absolutely.
So आप स्ट्रगल करते रहते हो ऐसी सारी चीज़ों को लेके, आप एक्सपेक्टेशन लगा के बैठते हो एक सर्टेन चीज़ की और फिर सामने वाला इंसान वो नहीं कर पाता है, तो ऐसा नहीं है कि वो सामने वाला इंसान नहीं करना चाहता.
Correct. Correct.
बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि सामने वाले इंसान को वो लैंग्वेज आती ही नहीं है.
Correct. And we still force that person to, probably do those things which he has no clue about, that there is also something like this, because it is also something which he or she has never seen in the relationship. मतलब वो जिस तरीके से बड़ा हुआ है, जिस
कभी
तरीके
भी, हाँ.
उसने वो सारी चीजें देखी नहीं है. But what happens is when you are forcing on and you are trying to make him or her do certain things, वो कभी कर ही नहीं पाएगा. It will never reach the expectation that you are wanting to be from that relationship, because firstly you have not communicated, secondly you are forcing that thing to come out of that person.
Yeah.
So it is very important that you guys understand what kind of love languages you and your partner have, so that you guys can build on and become a more stronger couple.
And it's not necessary that only one love language applies to.
Yeah.
There can be, when you take the quiz, you will realize that there can be multiple love language that a person feels for.
Correct.
Right? That like I, for example, also have physical touch and acts of service and gifts.
Correct.
Acts of service is now a love language for me because I learned it for Karan.
Correct.
Initially, I just wanted physical touch and words of affirmation and gifts.
Correct.
Right? But at the same time, I was not comfortable with physical touch. I wanted it.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how to be okay with it.
Absolutely.
So Karan made me learn how to be okay with physical touch and do more of acts of service so that he feels loved as well.
For me, it's the same, right? I used to always be in the mood of act of service. मैंने इतना काम कर लिया, मैं उसके साथ बैठा तो उसके लिए सारी चीजें हो गई. Then she made me learn about quality of time, and words of affirmation. So for me, quality of time was always that I'm spending some time with her, discussing about her life. But what her quality of time was very different. As we spoke about, she wanted those kind of thoughtful conversations, or you can say intimate conversations in the relationship. That was her need in the relationship. That was her need of love. So I learned those kind of things, and then the last part was words of affirmation. I learned those words of affirmations for Shoki because she was that person who needed reassurance in the love. So I understood what Shoki wants from me in the relationship was more of encouragement, more of assurance, more of कि हाँ, you can do it. It was like कि she needed a pillar in the relationship. She wanted me to be the pillar. She wanted always that कि I should giving her assurance at every given point of time and making sure that एक time बोलने से वो नहीं, multiple times verbal communication was very
assurances again and again was something that I needed to feel loved and to feel that I can do this in life. We all need, I guess we all have all these 5 love languages inside us. We all have the need. But some of us जो हमको बचपन में नहीं मिला होता है, for example, is what becomes our major way we show love to other people. I don't know if I'm able to
No, it completely
clear.
makes sense.
जैसे बचपन में मुझे अगर words of affirmations नहीं मिले थे तो मुझे वो और ज़्यादा चाहिए as I grow up. Like बचपन में अगर तुम्हें acts of service नहीं मिले थे, there was nobody to do those things for you. As you grew up, you became that person who was trying to show your love to me by doing those acts of service because you wanted someone
to take care of my responsibilities
like that,
right?
So we were able to do this for each other by learning the love languages, and we would like to also ask you guys to understand this concept and make your relationship better through this concept and not don't fight over it. ओके गाइस डू मतलब ऐसा नहीं करते कि अब अपन ने सीख लिया कि ओके 5 लव लैंग्वेजेस आ गए हैं, अब मैं तेरे को इस बात पे सुनाऊंगा पकड़ के कि हेलो तूने मुझे आज वर्ड्स ऑफ एफर्मेशन नहीं बोले तो तू मेरे से प्यार नहीं करता. ओके
It is supposed to be evolved. I
it's
think.
supposed to add on to your
Yeah.
relationship, not create more issues. Okay,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
So take the quiz, learn your love languages, and love each other better.
Yeah.
Don't fight over it.
Yeah.
Okay. So why we wanted to tell you all of this was because of feeling more connected
Yeah.
when we are not feeling
Hmm.
okay in
Yeah.
the relationship, or when life gives us lemons and sade hue tomato. So we have now on the days when we feel disconnected like this, and also there will be times in your relationship when you don't feel loved.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
ऐसा कभी भी नहीं हो सकता कि आप अपने पार्टनर को देखो
Hmm.
and you go like, oh my god, I am so much in love with this guy.
Hmm.
ऐसा होता है 80% of the time मेरे साथ ऐसा होता है, because look at him, so nice, like so sexy, so sweet and handsome. But at the same time there are also days when I look at him and I'm like, निकालो इसको, हटा दो यहाँ से.
80% वो ज़्यादा हो गया, थोड़ा कम है, मतलब 80%.
Oh, really? ठीक है, देखो नहीं लेना है सामने से प्यार तो मत ले.
नहीं, ठीक है. So yes, the
So
whole.
but then there are 20% of the times when I really feel irritated and I feel like what the hell is he doing in my life and why am I with him, and you
Yeah.
question the basis, like the basis of your relationship, that how the hell did this happen, why am I here, what are we doing together. So on those days we have to come back to our zero state
Yeah.
and think of how we can communicate with each other on these love languages.
How can those
How
are,
can you make your partner feel more loved through speaking the love language that
he wants at that
he or
given
she-
point of time?
yeah he or
Right.
she needs.
So we have also evolved. It is not that we have learned this in a quick way that आज हमने
अभी
सीखा और you
हमने
know
एक साल पहले
एक
सीखा
डेढ़
है,
साल
थेरेपी में सीखा है
थेरेपी में
ऐसा.
सीखा है. So हम लोग भी 5-6-7 साल के बाद ये सारी चीज़ें समझ पाए हैं. And if you guys are able to do it before you get into, or if you know relationship, मतलब आप लोगों को ऐसा लग रहा है कि आप लोग अपनी लव लैंग्वेज समझ सकते हो और आप लोग रिलेशनशिप में हो नहीं हो, आपको अपनी रिलेशनशिप लव लैंग्वेज जाननी है. If you are not in the relationship, probably you will be able to you know understand yourself better and ask for those things from your future partner. Then if you are in a relationship, obviously you can have a better communication and have an understanding that how can I evolve this relationship, and if you are stuck, then probably you will be able to find out some solutions in the relationship.
Yeah. So basically you have to come to that point that these love languages, if you don't, like I said earlier, on social media now it's very popular, so everybody knows. But there is one thing that you know your love languages, then there is the other thing of applying it in your life, or you know your partner's love languages, and the other thing is to apply it in your life. So हम ये तो बहुत जल्दी समझ सकते हैं, किताबी ज्ञान बहुत आसान होता है, राइट. बट वी आर हियर टू टेल यू दैट हमने 5 साल स्ट्रगल किया है इस चीज़ को लेके अपनी रिलेशनशिप में. पिछले 1-1.5 साल से हमको ये लव लैंग्वेज समझ में आई है, और उसमें भी ज़रूरी नहीं होता है कि हम हर दूसरे-तीसरे दिन एकदम यू नो पास हो जाते हैं इस टेस्ट में. हम हमेशा स्ट्रगल करते रहेंगे, बिकॉज दैट्स हाउ लाइफ इज़. बट वॉट यू नीड टू रियलाइज इज कि एक बार जब ये समझ में आ गई लव लैंग्वेजेस, then you apply it to your life, apply it to your relationship so that it gets better.
Yeah.
सिर्फ जान के समझ के भूल नहीं जाना है इसको, and that's why we are doing this podcast, right? So that you don't take 5 years
Yeah.
to learn love languages.
Yeah.
We are here to tell you so that in 5 minutes you can understand what is love language and then go and make your relationship better.
Yeah. Yeah. So yes, guys, thank you so much for
तो ये
listening.
हमारी आज की शिक्षा थी.
Shiksha nahi, I think now Shikshas are converting that our episodes are all about
Episodes
Shiksha.
are शिक्षा.
Episodes are Shikshas. Previously the Shikshas were all about our mistakes and what we did from those mistakes,
Yeah.
and we were learning. Today we want to again summarize whatever our mistakes was and how did we evolve out of those problems in our relationship. So
Yeah.
मोटा ये है कि यार जब भी कोई प्रॉब्लम हो तो प्लीज रिमेंबर दैट यू आर नॉट अलोन इन दिस. वी आर विथ यू इन हैप्पीली व्हाटएवर आफ्टर.
You can write to us at happilywhateverafterpod@gmail.com. Share your problems, share something that you want us to talk about, ask us any questions like we did the last 2 episodes on the questions that we were asked from one of our listeners. So please do that. Send us whatever you want us to talk about. Send us whatever you think about the episode. Send us any feedback. And you can follow us on all social media platforms.
Please like, share, and subscribe.
Don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you can get notified every time we release a new episode.
Thank you. See you guys.
Thank you.